It's not just a matter of you don't need a fancy camera to make good content. It's the fact that a lot of cameras, whether it's your phone camera, your laptop camera, a lot of them are already good enough. Like this MacBook I'm using, it has a 4K camera. 4K doesn't mean that it really is the best quality. It's really more, I don't want to get into technical stuff. Really, the best thing you can use is honestly your phone if you have an iPhone, because that front camera, or really the back camera, will be even better. But what I'm trying to get at is you need good enough. Good enough to record, good enough to make a good enough image, and then a sound is also very important. And so the main thing I'm trying to get at is let's get rid of these obstacles to recording. A lot of the time, and I do this all this time myself, I'm like, oh, I can't record now because my hair, or because my teeth aren't wide enough, or because I feel awkward right now. Or maybe I need to record next week because then I'll get a camera or use my friend's camera. Whatever it is, there's so many ways to have an obstacle in the way of recording good content. Really, you just need to do it. And so that's the main thing of what I'm trying to get at. And actually, it's not just that you don't need one. Sometimes the fancy camera is what stops you from actually making good content. It makes you freeze up. Because if I had an actual DSLR, like an actual like legit camera that I was recording with, I'd have to be looking into that lens, and I have to be looking like, I have to imagine that lens as an actual person. It would take so much mental effort to make myself actually comfortable, when it would make a lot more sense just to use my laptop camera, which I'm already comfortable with. I could hit new movie recording and then just go look at myself in the eyes and just rant. That would make a much better product than whatever I'm going to make using an actual like legit camera that I have to look into the lens. Because I've explored this on other videos, like previous videos, but comfort is really the cheat code to making good content, because once you make content that feels right, that you feel comfortable with, that comfortable feel will make comfortable content, and people love comfortable content. That's why it's a trend for people to be like talking in their cars, because people already feel comfortable in their cars. They don't feel comfortable in these like office setups. And so instead, like do whatever makes you most comfortable. And most of the time, that's not going to be like an actual like legit camera, actual fancy camera. Now, it might get to a point where you're recording on your laptop so many times that you've gotten really good at it, and you're like, oh, I'm making money from this, I might as well reinvest to make it even more professional. Especially if you're like a lawyer or something, or like a business coach, maybe a very professional look will actually work. But a lot of the time, especially on social media, if you're making like shorts, bro, just use your phone. Like, you're going to feel more comfortable, and you're also going to be able to do it quicker. Like, it's about having the idea, recording the idea, editing the idea, and then posting the idea. Just keep it that simple. Maybe take out one of those steps. Don't even edit it. Well, not seriously. But because the key, again, is consistency. Comfort and then consistency. They go together. And so what you want is daily consistent messaging. So if you're a business coach, then you want every single day, not multiple times a day. You don't have to do multiple times a day. That'd be crazy. But every single day, like, have something where you've both recorded some shorts, or just recorded shorts as they come to your mind, and you have something ready to post so that so you're in front of people daily. They're thinking about you. Or even if they're not scrolling and looking at you, then maybe another day they'll come back and see it then. Like, it's about throwing things at the dartboard, and maybe they stick, maybe they don't hit at all. But eventually, if you keep on throwing and throwing and throwing and throwing, eventually it will work. And so another reason that like a fancy camera isn't good, or like as including hiring a videography company to make shorts for you, or making long form content for you, or any type of content for you. The problem is that when it comes to those situations, time is money. Especially like, well, I'm talking about like the videography companies now. Time is money. I guess in general, comfort does not go with that ideology of like time is money, because then you're stressing out, then you're trying to make a good take, then you're all in your head. Like, that is not the type of environment we want to make. We want to make something where it's just like, you're just talking like you said, your journal. This is how I'm talking right now. I'm talking like it's my journal. Like, I'm not going to post this anywhere, but I'm going to post this on LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever. So it's like, that's not really what you'll get when you have like two other people in the room, because they got a whole videography company, this big old camera staring you down, these lights making you hot. Like, that's not the experience that you're going to get. And then on top of that, another reason that you should just like record off your laptop or your phone and just do it easily is because it cuts down on costs. You know that for sure. Now, it's not going to look as professional as a videography company. We know that. But at the same time, nobody really cares. Bro, most of the time, I just scroll past the cinematic footage, like looking stuff. Because I know they're probably going to sell it to me. If they spend that much on the video, they're probably trying to sell something to me. If they're trying to sell something to me, I don't want to buy it. But if I can come at you like this, where it's just like, you can tell I'm just a natural camera. Bro, my door is open in the back. This is real as hell. And so that is how you get people to watch your stuff. Like, yes, there's a time and place for the professional stuff. There's a time and place, especially for like websites. There's a time and place for all of that. But in terms of social media now, like if you wanted to put out quantity and like still have that professional look of like what videographers do and like this like professional camera, that's going to take either so much time or so much money, probably both, most likely both. And so what you want to do instead, get in a routine, record yourself, and take it from there. Like don't overthink it. Don't underthink it either. But don't overthink it and think it has to be perfect. Perfection is the enemy. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good or great. Because a lot of the time when you think something's not good enough, it's actually great, but you just are too critical of yourself. And then when you get no likes on it, you think, oh, no one really actually liked it. But that's a whole different separate conversation. But what's most important is that you're getting it out there. If you get 50 views, that's like talking to a crowd of 50 people at one time. Even if it's only like a 30-second short, it's a crowd of 50 people. So you can't underestimate the importance of just getting in front of people and just talking and just like putting the reps in. If it doesn't hit the dartboard today, it's going to hit it tomorrow. And if it doesn't hit tomorrow, it's going to hit it Wednesday, depending on assuming the first day was Monday. And so in future videos, I'm going to talk about my specific method of how I record like business owners. And because I have a method of like essentially interviewing them like we're on Zoom or something, but I don't use any of my footage. It's just all them. And that's just the shortcut to all this different stuff, because it's going to take time and practice getting more comfortable on camera. No matter what, no matter who you are, no matter how good at presentations in real life you are, it's going to take a while. But the cheat code to that is what I do, which is interview you and not use my own footage, if that makes sense. It's just like, it makes it look like you're just talking to yourself, but I'm on the other end and I'm a face to look at, but also a face to ask you questions. So I'll be talking more about that in the future. But right now, turn this off, and I think there's some trash in the back. But for right now, turn this off and record a video.